Good day, everybody. It's Royal. As you know, my videos are raw, short, and sweet. This one is about the lady in London um, that went to a store, was asking to exchange her refund, but the refund expired, so she couldn't get a refund, and she decided to take some items and try to walk out the store with it. This is just like a newscast talking about it, but I'm gonna make another video, a factual video. It's been going on for a while now, so you probably heard about, it, you probably seen it. But this was kind of interesting at the start, which I agree with this guy when he said his start thing, whatever. But he has his other cast members, his other anchors, whatever, and it was kind of interesting to hear their point of view. And I was just like, oh my god! So like we're back to point zero, back to scratch, back to zero. So I'm gonna say, um, so yeah, that's what happened. So she went back to the store to return something. It was too late or whatever it may be. You can get the full story. There's a full story about it, about exactly what happened from start to scratch. And then, as I said, uh, she couldn't return it, so she decided to take uh, the new items or something like that, or whatever it was, and try to walk out the store. The owner or the worker there um, tried to stop her, and then it got a little physical. She started hitting him, blah blah blah. But this is just, I think, for the black community, this is so sad. Like, I don't know, like, it's just so embarrassing for our community, because it's either we fight against each other and kill each other, or then we call everything about racist, 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 racist. And then you're in this country, London, whatever, and then you're saying how racist it is, just like how America's so racist. Um, and then it's like how far we came. I'm from Canada, and yeah, I do come into racist altercations or scenarios, like, like maybe like once every 4 or 5 years or something. I don't know, like, just like no exactly, like, I don't write it down and stuff like that, but like um but yeah, like, you're gonna have it, like, you're gonna have it. You're not gonna have a perfect world, just like you're gonna have whatever, like, I don't know, just someone cut you off or a fight. You can't compare the two, whatever. I know, I'm just saying though, like compared to before, till now, um it's a lot better. And if you're so bitter about it, as people say, which you want to say it's rude, whatever, but then just go back to one of your islands where you're from. If you're from Africa, if you're from Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Barbados, whatever, if you think the country's so racist, then why be in a white man's world, white man's country, then? Like, whatever it is, you know what I mean? Like, there's options, like, if you really think it's that bad, whatever. But anyways, I know that kind of went off a little topic of this thing right here, but the girl was stealing, the lady was stealing, and like, what are you supposed to do? Like, it just doesn't make sense where you're condoning this kind of thing, this kind of behavior, and then you're gonna play the victim, and then you guys gonna close this guy's shop, which I'll show in the second video. This one's just about this channel right here, talking about it, like talking about their opinions on it, off it, whatever it may be. And let me just play it, and you guys can see for yourself how they're, like, how they all have different opinions on it, of it. And when this first guy started off, I was like, yeah, pretty strong, whatever. But then it just kind of like went like, whoa, like, everyone had their own, like, I thought they're all in the same track, same board, but they're not. But let's play it.
This week, racial tensions in inner city London reached fever pitch when an altercation between a shopkeeper and a customer in London's Peckham went viral on social media. A would-be customer attacked a shopkeeper after a dispute believed to be over some hair products, and the shopkeeper defended himself by briefly holding the woman in a chokehold. Black Lives Matter style protests erupted on Peckham's Rye Lane outside the shop afterwards, and anti-racist commentators and organisations like the Runnymede Trust were saying that this was an example that Britain is institutionally racist. London Mayor Sadiq Khan even chimed in to say that he knew Londoners were concerned about the incident. Now, I'm concerned about the incident, but I'm not sure what an altercation between a shopkeeper and a customer has to do with racism. In my opinion, the woman behaved absolutely appallingly. Who settles any disagreement by starting a fight with someone? The man, the shopkeeper, the Asian shopkeeper, defended himself quite rightly, in my opinion, but he was very heavy handed in his response. He should not have held the woman in a chokehold, although it was very brief. I'm really quite disturbed by this trend which has emerged, where black people defend appalling behaviour by crying racism like the boy who cried wolf. Are they seriously saying that because we're black, if we attack someone, they can't defend themselves, otherwise we're going to call them racist?
Yep.
That's totally absurd, and there's absolutely no way for a functioning society to work. My grandfather turned 91 this week. When he moved to this country, black people were not presenting television shows, they weren't in parliament, and they were
Nope.
denied homes and jobs just because of their race. Now,
Exactly.
this country has made a lot of progress. It's no longer like that in Britain today. And the simple fact of the matter is, there are still racists in Britain today, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
but none of them were involved in the incident in Peckham earlier this week.
Exactly.
So, Leo Curse, have I got this totally wrong?
Yes.
Why?
So I don't know if you saw the signs that were being stuck to the shop after the incident, but if a white person had stuck those signs about an Asian shopkeeper, they would be condemned as some sort of 70s National Front throwback. And I don't think that people should be excused from racism just because they themselves are an ethnic minority.
But was this a racist incident in your opinion?
The incident itself wasn't racist. I mean, there may be underlying tensions between communities. We've seen in other parts of England, Leicester, for example, we've seen ethnic rivalries flare up. This particular thing will look like a straightforward case of shoplifting, although, you know, the woman might have needed those wigs to feed her children.
Yeah.
Ashworth, do you think that the shopkeeper would have treated the customer the same way?
This
if
guy
the
just
customer
goes
was a
totally
white man,
off.
for
I was like,
just gonna
wow.
say, I don't think the woman was shoplifting. It was a dispute over the returned item for a hair product that they wouldn't
No,
accept.
she was shoplifting.
But the truth is that while clearly what that video appears to show
I think she was.
is appalling behaviour on both parts of those two people, I would really question whether that Asian shopkeeper, had it been a white man who had behaved in that unacceptable way, would he have choked them? And I really don't think he would have done that. And I think the fact that it was a black woman is a part of why he felt able to put his hands on her and to behave with that level of violence.
Emily, was it that if it was a white man or indeed a black man, he would be worried about being punched in the face back?
Well, you know what? I think that we can't say. We don't know. We don't know what the particular dynamics would have been if someone was of a different colour on both sides of this. And what I hate is how people jump to so many conclusions as soon as they see a viral social media post. As soon as they see a clip, they say, oh, well, if this person was white, or if this person was black, or if this person was Asian, and they try to think of an alternative scenario, when actually we have no idea what the case would have been. We have no idea if there were underlying racial tensions in this shop. We don't know if the shopkeeper is racist. He could be. We don't know if the black woman is racist towards Asians. What we do know, judging by what we've seen since in terms of the protests, in terms of the signs that have been stuck on this man's shop, is that there is clearly some inter-community tensions, and there is a racial element to that because some of those signs are pretty atrocious.
I mean, what I was just going to say, I suspect if anybody recognises what racism looks like, it's an Asian shopkeeper, right? You know, they are often at the forefront. Sorry?
Especially when he's doing it.
I'm not. I just think that, you know, he would be au fait to racism as she would be, and so I think they're two people that ought to be more sensitive to these issues.
Darren Grimes, I know you're quite passionate about Britain's communities and immigration. Is this proof that multiculturalism doesn't work?
Well, I think the protest that we saw outside of that shop, where people were blaming it on whiteness or white people, how the hell can you blame white people when there was no white person involved?
Exactly.
It just shows that these activists often speak of a psychosis. They're the bloody psychos, if you ask me. And
true.
I think ultimately this says that we do have a problem in this country. We have a problem with crime spiralling out of control, and I'm afraid to say, Albie, that the crime seems to be coming from certain communities in parts of London, and to speak about that, to say that, you're accused of racism and dog whistle racism and all the rest of it, when actually it's just common fact. It's plain and simple fact. I saw one video of this woman.
Yeah, so that's it for now. But yeah. It wasn't hasn't to do with racism. That's what I think. I think if you're in my shop and you're trying to walk away with something, and then you're hitting me, like, he was trying to defend himself. As you can tell, he pushed her off at the start, which I'll show you the next video, the first video of the whole thing. But how much hitting can you do? And it's not like he put her like in a aggressive chokehold or anything like that, or whatever, headlock, whatever it is. But what are you supposed to do? Like, you're trying to get the person off of you. You pushed her neck down, whatever. Like I don't get it. I think people need to stop playing the victim and take ownership. And I think us black people, the black community, needs to be stronger and stop playing everything as a race card, and just take ownership for it. Like you can't go in the store and shoplift. You just can't. So anyways, let me know what you think. Leave a comment, whether it's good or bad. Follow, like, subscribe, and be safe.